And when I'm in Washington, you know, more problems pile up, whether it be the debt, whether it be the tax code, whether it be the farm bill, whether it be anything, the list goes on and on and on. Intelligence breakdown, leaks in the Defense Department, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there's a lot of times where I gotta be honest with you, I watch the news at night when my kids go to bed, and I think to myself, man, some of my friends in high school just have regular jobs. I mean, they're just starting to make, you know, good money, and they're putting their kids in school, and they get done work every day at 5 or 6 o'clock, and on the weekends they play golf and coach t-ball or what have you. And there's a lot of sacrifices you make for those of us that are in public service. But as I sent out in one of my mailers last year, there was a quote that I found from Thomas Paine that says, if there must be trouble, then let it be today, in my day, that my child may know peace. In other words, as my dad used to say, if you can't stand to eat, get the hell out of the kitchen. So if you want to be part of the solution, you have to be in the room. And we work very hard to get into the room. And for the constituents of this district and for the people that work for me in Washington, D.C., I just want to say thank you for all the hard work you've given over the last 4 years for us to get where we are. Now, the people in this room may not all agree to the solutions to some of the problems that we have, and you won't agree to every position that I take. Just last week, we passed a very difficult decision with regard to the so-called fiscal cliff. And I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but there were good things in it, but there were a lot more bad things in it. And we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to do the kind of things that I said in a bipartisan way to come up with the solutions. But these are the positions that we have to take every day, and I need to hear from you, and I do hear from a lot of you on what your stance is on a lot of these things. Because it makes a difference when I go into that Capitol, and I look up at the dome, and I go in there to vote for the people of Charlotte County, and I see some people from Okeechobee County here too. That I know where you stand. I ask the people that work for me, what are the emails saying? What are the phone calls saying? And they give me a list, a tally of that day or that week. It's like, these are the people for, these are the people against. And that all weighs into where I'm going. And so it's not too late to leave a stronger future for our children. I still believe, as Ronald Reagan called it, that America is that great shining city on the hill. And I'll do everything that I can, I pledge to you, to preserve that. So again, with every vote that I take, I won't just be thinking about the 17th district. I'll be thinking about the future of the 17th district, or whatever it's called in the future, and our kids and our grandkids. And to do that, again, I need the help of not only you, but the great staff that we have here in Punta Gorda. I just want to give some of them a shout out really quick before I close. Here in Punta Gorda so far we have Leah Valenti and Dana Goulet. Where are you guys? We also have Andrew, where are you? Andrew's a cat lover. Whatever that means. Up in Riverview we have Aaron Welsh. Aaron. Sebring, so far we have Sherry McCorkle. Is Sherry here? I thought I saw her. And Cindy West. Is Cindy here? And all the staff that works for us up in Washington, D.C. The staff down here, just so you know, does more constituent services, the things for you. A lot of it's confidential. If you have specific needs with the VA or things like that, it's not really policy or for public consumption. Up in Washington, they're more geared towards issues. Like if you have an issue with the farm bill or issue with the fiscal cliff or specific things, then you get with people up there and you get where my position is or what I'm thinking about my position is. Before I close, I just want to read something. One of my great volunteers, Josie Weeks, who's here, gave me this to put up in my office. I just want to read